Are you being called to reclaim a spirituality outside of an institution? Have you been struggling with this process? If so, today's video is here to support you. And as a bonus, at the end of this video, I'll share with you a prayer and invocation. And so I encourage you to stay. Saludos, I'm Dr.Rosales. I'm a seer, a medicine woman, and a counseling psychology PhD. And my work is at the intersections of decolonizing, wellness, and spirituality. I've often felt like I'm too spiritual for the decolonial world and too decolonial for the spiritual world, and this is what led me to my work. It is likely that if you're here, you felt this as well, and so this work is for you. Today I will share with you 3 teachings to support you on your journey. The first is that you don't need to earn your spiritual connection. It is your birthright. The second is that practicing outside of an institution is not bad. It is ancestral. And the third is that prayer doesn't solely belong to the church. Prayer is yours to connect with Source, to Creator, and the universe. You don't need to earn your spiritual connection. Spirituality is your birthright. Under the colonial paradigm, we've been indoctrinated to believe that we need an institution to connect with spirit. But this is just a ploy and a teaching and a way to get us to be in fear so that we can follow the colonial rules and the colonial ways of being. This is all about power and control. In reality, everything is spirit. You are a spirit, and so to connect with spirituality is your natural state. You don't need to earn it. You don't need to go through specific steps to connect. It is who you are. The second teaching is that practicing spirituality outside of an institution does not make you bad. It's actually ancestral. Much of the fear that we feel for being bad or being punished if we leave an institution or practice spirituality outside of an institution is related to the colonial indoctrination we received. We have complied with colonial institutions because of the fear that they've instilled in us. And so today I want to share with you that perhaps the fear that you're feeling may be serving as a block to you connecting with spirituality. Perhaps you might be even feeling sadness or grief in leaving the institution that you grew up with. Perhaps you may be even feeling like you're betraying those that you grew up with or the people that you were raised with because you are being called to engage with your spirituality in a different way. All of these feelings are valid and part of the process. But what I want to share with you today is that humanity is going through a massive shift in consciousness, which includes the way that we relate to our spirits and the way that we relate to everything around us. We are being called by our ancestors and all of the universe to return to a time where spirituality was innate, where spirituality also included nature and creation and the plants and the spirits and the animals, the water, the land, the wind. All of this is part of our spirituality. And so again, practicing outside of an institution is not bad. You are returning to your ancestral ways. The third teaching that I want to share with you today is that prayer doesn't solely belong to the church. When we leave institutions, we often leave behind the practices that helped us connect with our spirituality, maybe even the prayers that we grew up with, because we feel like we have to throw all of it away as part of our decolonial journey. But what my elder has taught me is that those prayers are sacred. Prayer also doesn't solely belong to the church, and so I want to call you back to engaging with prayer again on a daily basis, to not throw all of it away, to continue those practices where you feel a spiritual connection. It doesn't solely belong to the church. These prayers existed pre-colonial times, and so inviting you in to continue the practices that support you and connect you with spirituality. As a bonus, I want to share with you a prayer to our Great Mother, our Earth Mother, to help us remember a time in spirituality outside of institutions, returning to our original template. So I want to encourage you to begin to slow down your energy, to be mindful of your energy and your body, and to maybe even notice where you are carrying some tension in your body. I understand that this can be activating for some and can bring up a lot of emotions. And so in this moment, just taking a deep breath and a deep cleansing exhale. Beginning to release some of that tension. Beginning to call your energy to your heart. Maybe placing one hand over your heart and another over your belly and supporting your body. And here, calling in on our Great Mother, invoking our Great Mother. Great Mother, we call to you for support. Great Mother, we call on your guidance. Great Mother, we ask you to help us remember a time where we lived in our spirituality, where we honored our spirituality, where we remembered our connection with all of creation. Great Mother, clear our hearts. Great Mother, clear our vision. Great Mother, help us to remove any blocks that are getting in the way of honoring our unique soul journey. Great Mother, clear our voice and our vocal cords to maybe anything that is blocking our prayers and our connection to Spirit. Great Mother, we ask for your support and your love and your guidance. I encourage you to practice this prayer anytime that you feel maybe stuck or where you are struggling. It is here to support you. It is my hope that from today's video, you were able to shed some of the blocks that you've been carrying so that you can honor your spirituality. If you resonated with today's video and you'd like to receive more of this content, I want to invite you to subscribe to my newsletter. There is a link in the video description, and when you subscribe, you receive a free ebook and weekly messages to support you on your decolonial and spiritual journey.